And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV and to the Coast to Coast Racing Network. It is now time for your Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder. Up first here live from Rossburg, Ohio, here at the Eldora Speedway. This half a mile of a racetrack. The house that Earl built is your RSN Trackside 358 Modifieds. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you for the call as we get set. We're about to go qualifying here in just a few moments' time. Alright, 1 second. I just need to fix one thing up. There we go. Apparently I couldn't spell. Alright, here we're getting ready to go qualifying here in just a few moments' time. We'll see 3 heat races on the program. We're going to see a field of what is going to be 23 drivers sign into the pit area for tonight's RSN Trackside. You'll see 4 races here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network, 2 here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Up first, like I said, is the RSN Trackside 358 Modifieds. We'll then follow it up with the Full Throttle Motorsports Big Block Modified before Extreme E-Speed TV take over on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Pro Late Models will be on the program, all live here from the virtual Eldora Speedway. And then to wrap up the night, it's going to be the NASCAR Xfinity cars headed to Richmond Raceway for what is your Gambler Motorsports and Thursday Night Thunder Spring Season, week number 3. Here live from the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Again, we're not too far away from going into qualifying. I can tell you right now, a field of 23 drivers have signed in, so we'll see 2 minutes and 2 laps for qualifying. Each driver gets 2 laps. The best of those 2 laps. Pretty simple because fastest qualifiers, the top 3 are going to start from position number 4. So the inversion number is going to be 12. Nobody will go through to the consolation race. We'll go straight into a 3-minute warm-up session. And then the first of our 30-lap A main events to come here from the Coast to from the Eldora Speedway live on Ultimate Dirt TV and on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Again, happy Easter to everybody. On behalf of Ultimate Dirt TV and of course from Coast to Coast, we say happy Easter. We are about to wrap up this practice session. Just going over the final bit of drivers briefing right now. We can see, well, looking at the times. If we look at the times, 15.821 was Brandon Templeton. Trent Verstraeten with a 15.880. Kelly Wheeler with a 15.883. So at the moment, you had half the field into the 15.8s and 15.9s. No 16.0s. It just goes straight to 16.1s, 16.2s. There's a 16.3, 16.4. But again, those drivers getting late into the session. Still just the 3 heat races. Trent Verstraeten got some issues. He's not going to be here for the moment for qualifying. But, well, speaking of qualifying, let's take a look right now at the qualifying. Boy, it is overcast here at the Eldora Speedway. That is not the graphics. That is just, well, that's the way that it is. As we'll get set to take a look at some of the drivers and how they're able to get around this Eldora Speedway. We'll take a look at the fastest lap and current lap. Let's take a look. Here we go. Dylan Kinsey in the 83 machine. You see Brian Dickens in the 122 also. Anthony Morano for Full Throttle Motorsports. There is Greg Boydell, GJ Boydell. We'll go Greg Boydell. Harold Clump with a 16.271. Dean Reynolds second quick for the moment as Michael Vecchio completes lap number 1. There is Alex Pomelo, 11th quick with a 16.587. Second lap will it be quicker for Alex Pomelo in that 397 machine. There is Logan Wentz in the 18, 12th quick with a 16.444. Dylan Kinsey quick time with a 16.222. Kevin Fry in caliber 21. 16.635. Just a little over 30 seconds left in the qualifying session here from the Eldora Speedway. The Dirty Sets Car Quest number 1. Fry going to stay 21st quick with a 16.635. Kelly Wheeler 16.478. That's going to be 16th quick. I don't know what you talk about, Max, but the video's right up on your screen. You might need to refresh it, buddy. Kelly Wheeler 15th quick. And, well, Gavin Chatham now going to go to the top of the points, the timesheets. As that is going to wrap up the qualifying session here live tonight from the Eldora Speedway for what is your Gambler Motorsports spring season week number 3. Let's take a look at your starting lineup. So Gavin Chatham, courtesy going quick time, he's going to go and roll off from the 4 starting position. Heat race number 1 here from Eldora Speedway. Anthony Morano in the 32 lines up on pole position to the outside of the front row with the 122 car of Brian Dickens out of position at number 2. Position number 3 with the 513 car of Jeffrey Barker from position number 4. Tonight's fastest qualifier. In car number 99, that's Gavin Chatham. We go back to row number 3 on the inside with the 321 car of Michael Vitale to the outside, the 18 of Logan Wentz from position number 6. GJ Boydell lines up out of position number 7. That'll be Greg Boydell and Trent Verstraeten in that 088 machine. He'll go from the 9th starting position. We are ready to go racing here. We're going to do something that's going to reload the timing and software. So I know who is in the zoo. Oh, good, Max. We'll get set for heat race number 1 here from the Eldora Speedway. Your RSN trackside, 358 modifieds taken to the racetrack here. It's going to be Anthony Morano. Brian Dickens going to lead us to the start-finish line. Green flag is out. We've got the overlay back loaded up here in just a few moments. As Vitale to the inside in the 321 machine. Gavin Chatham, meanwhile, is going to quickly move into position number 3. The 3 wide. No battle for the transfer position because it's not going to matter right now because there is no transfer position. As there we go. We will complete lap number 1 of 6. And Chatham and Vitale, a bit of contact there in the middle of turn number 1 and 2. Gavin Chatham gets away from it as they work off for turn 2. Morano leads from Dickens. Chatham, Vitale, your top 4. Vitale down to the inside, catches the concrete wall on the inside. And now that's going to lose a whole lot of ground. And here comes Logan Wentz in the 18 machine. Poor old Jeffrey Barker started 3rd in this one. He's back to position number 6. Meanwhile, Brian Dickens holding on to position number 2. Cross flag sticks around. 3 down and 3 to run. Here in heat race number 1, Wentz got by Michael Vitale on the exit of turn number 2, and now comes after Gavin Chatham in the 99 machine, but it's all Anthony Morano. You're starting to lose count of how many times Anthony Morano has gone to victory lane, and even how many times you see it on a weekly basis. That 32 car will find him on the podium. White flag is out. Heat race number 1 for the 32 car. The Full Throttle Motorsports 32 entry of Anthony Morano leads Brian Dickens in 2nd in the 122. Gavin Chatham on screen in 3rd position. Logan Wentz, they'll come off for turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. Anthony Morano victorious here in heat race number 1. So heat 1 done and dusted for the night as we'll get set to take a look at your official results coming up here on screen. There they are. Anthony Morano, Brian Dickens, Gavin Chatham, your top 3. Logan Wentz, Jeffrey Barker, Anthony Vitale, Greg Boydell and Trent Verstraeten will be your 8 cars. Although Verstraeten did not make the start. Here we go. Heat race number 2. We'll see Paddy Boyce lines up the 41 machine on pole position. Michael Vitale in the 213. He'll start to position number 2. Position number 3 with the 50, the 555 car of Harold Klump out of 4. 2nd quickest in qualifying, Dylan Kinsey in the 83. Row 3 on the inside, the 011 of Randall Dixon from 5 out of 6. The 83 of Matt Schaefer. Michael Vecchio starts up alongside John Morano out of positions number 7 and 8 in row number 4 as we get set. The Steve King Foundation safety car going to get us off the raceway, and we are going to get underway. The RSN trackside heat race number 2. Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder spring season week number 3. We're green flag racing with Boyce and Vitale. As Vitale again going to work right through the middle of the speedway. Keep an eye on the 83 car. Dylan Kinsey second quickest in qualifying. Boyce and Vitale are still going to go at it wheel to wheel, fender to fender down the front straight away. Michael Vitale will lead lap number 1. Kinsey going to go upstairs a little bit. Now opens up the door for the 555 car of Harold Klump. Now Kinsey, he'll go down to the inside and Boyce moved up to the concrete wall into turn number 3. Now he's going to lose the runner-up position. So Pat Boyce will go back to position number 3. Michael Vitale leading the way right now over Dylan Kinsey and Pat Boyce. Although Pat Boyce again is going to fight back to 41 to the outside. Again, not once but twice into the piece of the concrete wall. It doesn't move no matter how many times you try and move it, Pat. It's not going to budge. Clump now to the inside on Boyce in the middle of 1 and 2. But Boyce getting a run on the 83 of Dylan Kinsey down into turn number 3. Here this time he stays off the wall, doesn't go anywhere near it, and Pat Boyce, he goes back to position number 2. Boy, what a battle this is for second, third, fourth and fifth position. Boyce has found his way back into position number 2, so looking for a better starting spot in tonight's A-main event. Dylan Kinsey again just working the inside. White flag is out, half a mile to go for Michael Vitale in the 2:13 car. Back straight away for the final time. Randall Dixon looking to move by Dylan Kinsey down into turn number 3. Off for turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. We are done. Michael Vitale going to start alongside Anthony Morano on the front row of tonight's A-main event for 30 laps. Let's take a look at your official results. Here they are. Michael Vitale gets the win over Pat Boyce in second. Dylan Kinsey third just by 10 1/1000ths of a second over Randall Dixon, Harold Klump, Matt Schaefer, Michael Vecchio and John Morano to make up your top 8 drivers. 7 cars getting set to do battle in heat race number 3 for a 23-car field A-main event. Dan McLaren in the 88 on pole position, and to the outside of the front row, the King Race Designs Full Throttle Motorsports Super Car Series caliber 79 car, that is Dean Reynolds. Your second row inside in caliber 31 for Dirt Track Bank and Got Your 6 Racing Network. It'll be Brandon Templeton. To the outside, the Expert Insultation car number 007 entry, that is Samuel Backman from position number 4. Kelly Wheeler rolls out the 11 machine from position number 5, and Alex Pomelo in the 397 will go from the 6th starting position. And your 7th and final starter in caliber 21, got the back row all to himself, that is Kevin Fry. Heat number 3. Once again, final heat race for the RSN trackside 358 modifieds. We'll have a 3-minute warm-up session after this one where, of course, we'll take a commercial break. But before that commercial break, we've got to see Dan McLaren get away from Dean Reynolds, and that he does so. 3 wide. Wheeler on the inside of Templeton through the middle of the raceway. Backman to the outside, and again they'll go 3 wide again. Almost 4 wide is Dean Reynolds. Just holding on to the runner-up position. Kelly Wheeler going from that 3rd row all the way up to the runner-up spot. Almost 3 and now 3 wide. Oh no, Brandon Templeton, that bad luck continues. He had a good week last week as Kevin Fry going from the back of the bus. He's up to position number 3. Meanwhile, Kelly Wheeler in car number 11 going to fight back to the middle into turn number 1 and 2. But Fry good on the low side in that 21 car. Now chasing down the 79 entry of Dean Reynolds into turn number 3 and 4 on the cross flag. 6 are out for Dan McLaren with 3 down, 3 to run. Here in heat race number 3, RSN trackside 358 modifieds. Reynolds with some company with Kevin Fry on the inside of the exit of turn number 2, but Reynolds managing to hold off the 21 cars. Fry again dives it deep down into turn number 3. Well, he was trying to dig it deep and sell it cheap, trying to sell some t-shirts. Oh no, Templeton, he was just trying to stay to the inside, and Wheeler misjudging that turn. Meanwhile, Alex Pomelo moves up to position number 4, but it's your race leader of Dan McLaren down into turn number 1 and 2. He'll go. He's just going to put now 2 left-hand turns together as he works his way down the back straight away for the final time. Heat race number 3, your RSN trackside 358 modifieds here for Gamble Motorsports and Thursday Night Thunder Spring Season week number 3. Dan McLaren gets the win. Dean Reynolds home in 2nd, Kevin Fry 3rd, Alex Pomelo 4th, Kelly Wheeler rounds out your top 5, Samuel Backman home in 6th, and Brandon Templeton in position number 7. We'll wait for the official results to come up because we've got our warm-up session to come, but it's going to be official. Dan McLaren is going to get the win. Here in heat race number 3, let's take a look at those results right now before we take a quick commercial break. Dan McLaren, Dean Reynolds, Kevin Fry, your top 3. Alex Pomelo, Kelly Wheeler, your top 5. Samuel Backman, Brandon Templeton will make up the drivers in heat race number 3. We'll take a quick break here at Ultimate TV and on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Up next, your main event for the RSN Trackside 358 Modifieds. And we are back live here on Ultimate TV and on the Coast to Coast Racing Network for your Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder Spring Season Week number 3. Your RSN Trackside 358 Modified main event about to get underway here. We'll take a look at your starting grid here in a moment's time. But welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brett Wheeler. We thank you so very much for your company. Let's take a look at your 23 starters in tonight's main event. Anthony Morano in the 32 machine lines up on pole position. To the outside of the front row from position number 2 with the 213 car of Michael Vitale. Position number 3 with the 88 car of Dan McLaren. From position number 4, the 122 of Brian Dickens. Position number 5 with the 41 car of Pat Boyce. From 6, the 79 entry of Dean Reynolds. From 7 with the 99 of Gavin Chatham. From 8, the 83 of Dylan Kinsey. From position number 9 with the 21 of Kevin Fry. From 10, the 18 of Logan Wentz. From 11 with the 11 of Randall Dixon. From 12, the 397 of Alex Pomelo. From position number 13 in the 513, it's Jeffrey Barker. From 14, the 555 of Harold Klump. From position number 15 with the 11 car of Kelly Wheeler. From 16, Anthony Vitale in car number 321. Matt Schaefer in car number 83 lines up out of position number 17. Samuel Buckman, the 007 from position number 18. In the 014, Greg Boydell lines up out of position number 19 from 20th. It's the 747 entry of Michael Vecchio. Brandon Templeton lines up the 31 machine from position number 21. Trent Verstraeten lines up out of position number 22. And the 33 car of John Morano lines up out of position number 23. He's got the back row all to himself. The racing.com and the Steve King Foundation safety car is off. We are ready for a start. Your Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder Spring Season Week number 3. RSN Trackside 358 Modified main event. 30 laps on the board in the top left. Let's get dirty for 30. The Pyro goes up on the infield, and we're underway down into turn number 1 and 2. And Morano going to get the good jump. Here comes Michael Vitale back to the outside. He got by Dan McLaren. Speaking of Dan McLaren, he's got Brian Dickens working to the top side down into turn number 3 and 4. Meanwhile, Fry coming up to Dean Reynolds for a top 5. But it's going to be Morano 3 wide for the race lead. Morano on the top. That's Anthony Morano. Michael Vitale in the middle of the raceway. Dan McLaren was working it down to the inside, trying to dig it deep and sell it cheap. Off for turn number 4. Now comes back to the inside. No, Michael Vitale just holding on to position number 2. Kevin Fry again, trying to slide his way past and trying to slide his way into a top 5. But there's your top 3. Almost top 5 on screen. There it is. Your top 5 now, 6, 7. Look at this. We're still 2 and 3 wide. We'll go back a little further. Do want to keep an eye on the battle inside the top 5. Kevin Fry, Dylan Kinsey, Logan Wentz, Alex Pomelo, Gavin Chattel. Look at this. They're 2 by 3 by 2 by 2. Oh my. It's on right now. Chatham to the inside. This is the type of race that you want to stay green for as long as possible. Meanwhile, McLaren still goes to the inside. Wentz to the outside, gets by Pomelo. Here comes Harold Klopp in the 555 machine just to the very right of your screen. Again, they'll go 3 deep into turn number 3 and 4. Brian Dickens, meanwhile, has found his way to position number 3 at the start-finish line. Again, just still working the top side of the racetrack. Meanwhile, Dean Reynolds now trying to come up, the 4th place driver, the 88 car of Dan McLaren. McLaren drifted up there in the middle of turn number 3 and 4. Now cuts it back down to the inside, but it's all Anthony Morano so far to lead the opening 6 laps. Michael Vitale in 2nd, Brian Dickens 3rd, Dan McLaren in 4th position, but he's got the 79 car of Dean Reynolds now to the outside, and Reynolds at the line. No, it's still going to be Dan McLaren. Just Pat Boyce in the 41. Showed some good speed earlier on in the heat race, and now Reynolds got by Dan McLaren, and now coming up to a podium position down into 3 and 4. Boyce has got Dylan Kinsey on the inside of the 83. Dylan Kinsey go back to qualifying. He went 2nd. Quick McLaren over the caution into the concrete wall. Kinsey and Boyce, they come together, they keep it going. And now here comes Kevin Fry making a charge on the inside. Fry's going to pick up a couple of positions here on the exit of turn number 4. Dickens is all over the back of the 213 car of Michael Vitale. But watching Boyce, Fry and Kinsey still go at it for positions number 6, 7 and 8 as they head off and down the front straight away. Just like that, we are 1/3 of the feature race completed. Dickens over the cushion again into the concrete wall. Just one little slip up there in the middle of 1 and 2, and that allowed the 79 car of Dean Reynolds to move on by to a podium position. But for how long? Because here comes the 122 back to the 3rd spot on the podium. We will go yellow. Samuel Bachman in the 007 machine, caught up here with Harold Klopp into turn number 3. Just tried to go to the outside, and probably not enough for him there. Samuel Bachman, Harold Klopp, Matt Schaefer involved in that one as well. Just right there, probably not enough. Probably, again, it's easy for us to, when we're looking at the replay, probably just, probably could have said, maybe it's time to back out, but hey, you know what? I get where he's coming from. He's trying to fight for position. Trying to fight for position and trying to move up through this field so I can get where he's coming from on that one. So they'll go to the green for the moment. Harold Klopp back in the pit. Samuel Bachman 2 laps down. I think that might be the end of Bachman and a field of 21 cars, which was scheduled to be 23, but only 21 cars made their way onto the racing surface here at the Eldora Speedway. The RSN Trackside 358 Modified A main event here from Eldora Speedway. Lights are out, we'll double them up 2 by 2. Morano going to choose the inside line. Now leader does get lane choice, so I'll get to choose whether they want the inside or the outside. And well, you know what? Not surprised to see Morano choose that outsider racing line. And you know what? Probably rightfully so as well. All right, 12 down. Oh, I just bit my lip. 12 down, 18 to run. Here at Eldora Speedway, we'll come back to the green flag off the turn number 4. We're back underway. RSN Truck Zone 358 modified A main event here from Eldora Speedway. Right here on your Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder Spring Season Week number 3. We're back underway with another lap into the books. Dean Reynolds, Dan McLaren got hooked together. And they're both going to lose a handful of positions. That'll move Gavin Chatham up to position number 4. Meanwhile, Boyce up to position number 5. He's got Frey on the inside. And the 321 car of Anthony Vitale trying to also move inside the top 5ers. Logan Wentz in the 18 machine. That's, well, that is the reason for the caution. Oh, just the check-up there. Anything else happening? Yeah, nothing else happened that I could... Nothing else happened that I could see there, so... Just that little incident there in turns 3 and 4. Just safe, not so much a safe, but just the concertina effect where drivers just check up, and there wasn't a whole lot of time for the drivers behind the initial checkup cars. Can run after this one. We'll chat to your top 3 of them. We'll get ready for the Full Throttle Motorsports Big Block Modifieds live from the Eldora Speedway. So lights on the racing.com Steve King Foundation pace car should turn off this time by Anthony Morano, your race leader. We do. We've got our cameras all working, which is always a good sign. There is a good shot of the 32 car of Anthony Morano. So we'll have a number of onboard shots. Thanks to King Race Designs for their support once again here on Ultimate Dirt TV. So that safety car pulls off, and Morano, you'll see the rear end pick up, but up and away he goes. There goes Morano back to the green flag. Here at Eldora Speedway, look at this, they're almost going to go 3 wide there for the minor placings. Look at Gavin Chatham working to the outside, and now Gavin Chatham still going to make it work on the top side. He'll get around the outside of Michael Vitale. At the line, Gavin Chatham will move into position number 2. So now Vitale's got some work to do if he wants to move back up to position number 2. Otherwise, he's got a lot of work to do to hold on to the final podium spot from Brian Dickens, Pat Boyce, Kevin Fry, Dean Reynolds, Anthony Vitale, Brandon Templeton, Dylan Kinsey at top 10. Dickens all over the back of the 213 car. Michael Vitale down the back straight away. Again, they'll both go upstairs into 3 and 4 we go. We're already past half race distance, and we're now to the back end of this feature event. 17 down, 13 remaining. Fry again, still working the inside. Here comes Boyce again. It was Brian Dickens in the 122 car that just had a little bobble in the middle of 1 and 2. The right rear jumped the cushion and got up into the concrete wall. Here comes Dean Reynolds now in that 79 car for King Race Designs and Full Throttle Motorsports and Super Nerd Car Series. Reynolds has got Brandon Templeton in the 31 car. You go back to the opening caution of the night. No, in fact, it was a heat race where he had absolutely no luck whatsoever. It was the final heat race of the night where, well, Templeton was just... It was just a victim of unhappy circumstances. Vitale, Dickens, Boyce, Reynolds, Templeton, and Anthony Vitale. So a field of what is now 6 cars, led by your 3rd through to 8th, led by Michael Vitale and brought up by Anthony Vitale. Dickens nearly into the back as we'll go yellow with what is going to be now single-digit laps remaining. Dean Reynolds involved in this one in the 79 car. And also that 320, the 321 car. Ooh. So that started here on the back straightaway, just got into the concrete wall. And Anthony Vitali didn't know where to go on this exchange. Just you'd probably just, to be honest with you, you'd probably call that one a racing deal. So doesn't this spice things up right now? The race leader of Anthony Morano. We go back to the very start of the night. Gavin Chatham laid down the fastest lap in qualifying, which meant he had to do it the hard way from position number 4 in heat race number 1. But it was Anthony Morano who got the job done from that pole position. So again, played the invert to perfection. Now these single file restarts will be 9 to run at the start finish line once the safety car moves off the racing surface, and well, that Full Throttle Motorsports number 32 car. Morano, Chatham and Vitali. So Anthony Morano, Gavin Chatham, Michael Vitali, your top 3. We'll come back to green flag here off turn number 4. We are underway in tonight's A-main event one more time as, well, it's going to be Morano who went straight down to the inside into 1 and 2 and figured that that was probably the place to be there on the restart. Brian Dickens again still trying to work his way in the 122 car to a podium position. He's one spot out. Meanwhile, Brandon Templeton trying to move to a top 5 to get by that 41 car. Oh, Pat Boyce. Now Templeton and Boyce side by side. Meanwhile, Vitali and Dickens are going to get hooked together. Templeton with a bit of luck. He'll now go to position number 3. And Michael Vitali in the 213. Brian Dickens again just getting caught up with one another. So you can see just that Dickens was actually trying to get out of the throttle. So he got a run on the outside just, and unfortunately, it was not the case to be. Pat Boyce was having such a good night as well. Unfortunately caught up involved in that one. So you'll see the likes of Michael Vitali, Pat Boyce, both go to the tail end of the field. And well, we've got a new race leader, Gavin Chatham. While we're watching that battle unfold, Gavin Chatham is now going to restart in the race lead. Let's go back and see if we can have a look at this. Here it is. So this is a pass for the race lead. So put the slider on in 3 and 4 and a big deep slider. And well, he had it by 3/4 of the car. Of course, this is when the caution came out. All right, well, started off the night with quick time. Can he finish it off the night with the feature race victory? The 99 car of Gavin Chatham. Here on the RSN trackside, 358 modifieds. Anthony Morano 2nd, Brandon Templeton 3rd, Brian Dickens 4th. Kevin Fry rounds out your top 5. Six to run for your race leader. You turn that upside down, you've got a 9, and well, you put 2 of them together, you got the 99 car of Gavin Chatham as well. He'll get on the loud pedal. We're back underway in tonight's main event, and he'll go straight to the top side. Both Morano, Templeton and Fry all went to the low side into turn number 1 and 2. Not a whole lot of speed built up there in the opening turn, so still trying to build it up as now there will be 5 laps left to run here in the main event for the RSN trackside 358 modified A main event here on your Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder. Well, your top three pretty much got themselves into a podium position, all barring mistakes from one of those three drivers. I don't think it's going to change all that much. Kevin Fry, Dylan Kinsey. Let me go back to qualifying. Dylan Kinsey went second quickest in qualifying, so the 83 for Full Throttle Motorsports is looking to bag a top 5. And the good result here this evening in your spring season. Week number 3, meanwhile, Templeton driving inside in 3 and 4 there on Anthony Morano. Morano wanted absolutely none of that one down the back straight away. There'll be 2 to run, twin sticks in the air for Gavin Chatham in car number 99. Morano, that's Anthony Morano in the 32 car. Still back out of position number 2 up from qualifying. He's not been outside first or second position all night long. So the 32 car looking for another solid points all this evening here at the Eldora Speedway. But they'll come off turn number 4. They'll get to the white flag. We race it out to the start-finish line here at the Eldora Speedway. And Gavin Chatham off for turn number 2 for the back straightaway for the final time. Your RSN trackside 358 modified A main event winner off for turn number 4 is going to be the 99 car of Gavin Chatham. He gets the win. He'll get to park it in victory lane here this evening. What was, I think, 3 cautions in that 30-lap main event. What a way to open up your Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder as fireworks goes off outside the raceway. Let's take a look at your full field rundown for the 21 drivers it took to the racetrack and 23 that made their way into the server. Gavin Chatham gets the win over Anthony Morano in second. Brandon Templeton third. Fourth will go to Dylan Kinsey. Kevin Fry will make up your top 5. Brian Dickens home in 6th. Matt Schaefer 7th. Greg Boydell in 8th. Harold Klump 9th. And Randall Dixon will make up your top 10. We'll go over the page. We'll go look through 11th through to 20th. Jeffrey Barker in 11th. Alex Pomelo 12th. Logan Wentz 13th. Dean Reynolds 14th. 15th will go to Pat Boyce. 16th is going to be John Morano. Michael Vitale in 17th, Anthony Vitale in 18th, and that's the last car on the lead lap. Michael Vecchio 19th, 3 laps down. Dan McLaren, a non-finisher, in 20th spot, along with Samuel Backman in 21st, with Kelly Wheeler, Trent Verstraeten, both not making the start of tonight's 30-lap A main event. Well, we'll get ready to go trackside, and we'll chat to your top 3. Well, let's find out. Well, we know who those top 3 drivers are. Let's go and chat to third place driver here this evening. It's going to be the 31 car of Brandon Templeton. And, well, Brandon, congratulations on this third place finish here tonight. And well, I got to say, coming up after heat race number 3, I thought your luck was going to continue. The bad luck was going to continue. But, boy, I tell you what, you move through the field and you come home with the third place finish.
Yeah, I really just kind of started out with the idea, try to survive when you're that far back in the pack. I think there might have been one guy behind me maybe at the start. So when you're that far back, it's just about, avoiding wrecks and taking care of your car. And, after about 10 laps, I'd moved through half the field. So I kind of started thinking I might have something, just keeping it with momentum up high. And that seemed to be the ticket. And then once in a while, if guys were getting checked up high, I'd dive low. And it seemed like every time I did that, they'd wreck on the outside. So I really had a lot of luck there.
So you've been able to move through the field very quickly as you did. You must have been able to work that top and bottom there. It just goes to show that the track tonight looked like it had a number of different lines.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. In heat races, I thought, they're a little underpowered, and everybody was kind of the same speed. But boy, in feature, it was really slicked off, and it was good racing, I felt like.
I'll tell you what, Brandon, nice to see you back on the podium here in the RSN Trackside 358 Modified, your main event, third place finish here tonight. Brandon, before we let you go, we'll let you thank everyone involved on this 31 car.
I got to thank the Dirt Track Bank, first of all, Malvern Bank and Jay Burdick there. Everything they do for us is awesome, and, love to watch them in the real series and supporting real racing, too, with the Malvern Bank series and all that. So thanks to Got Your Six Racing Network, Mission 22, Warfighter Scuba, Hammer Down Racing Team, Extreme Images, Maley's Makery, Big C's Lawn Care. I think that's about it. Thanks to you for doing the stream. Thanks to everyone that's watching at home and helps out with the broadcast or helps out with the league. Thanks.
There we go, guys. Brandon Templeton, third place finisher here tonight from the Eldora Speedway in your RSN Trackside 358 Modified A main event. The man that comes home second spot tonight is going to be the 32 car of Anthony Morano. And Anthony, well, tell you what, second place finish here tonight. Nothing hanging your head about you. other than qualifying, you were first and second all night long, and probably one that got away from you there late in this race.
Yeah, I kind of screwed up quite a bit in there qualifying. Luckily, I made the invert as good as you're going to get it, but it definitely wasn't part of the plan. Rather get the bonus points and time trialing. But yeah, it was a good race. Just that caution fell at the absolute worst time possible for me. It worked out great for Gavin. He ran a good race, came from pretty deep in the field, so hats off to him. But yeah, we'll take it and do what the points do and keep going.
Talk us through that moment that you probably seen one slide job on you all night, and it just happened to be the slide job for the race lead, and then the unfortunate timing of he got to the line first, and then the yellow came out, and pretty much put you on the back foot to try and get back by him. But boy, I tell you what, you weren't shy of having a go.
Yeah, it was like we were going into one. I just actually completed my slider, and the caution came out. I was like, oh come on, really? But I mean that's happened for me in a good way, and then now in a bad way. So I mean. One of those you win some, you lose some type deals. But yeah, I tried to get back up to him. Got close there one time and kind of bobbled a little bit there in the corner, but it happens. What are you going to do? You know what? Just move on to the big blocks and see what we can do there.
All right, Anthony, we'll tell you what, we'll wish you the best of luck in the big blocks. We'll know you get ready to unload the big block modified out here in just a few moments' time. But for your RSN Trackside 358 modified main event runner-up finish here tonight, Anthony, before we let you go, we'll let you thank everyone involved on this 32 car.
Again, thank my wife, Sherry, teammates at Full Throttle Motorsports, Dean at Super Dare Car, Logan at High Mom Lens, Gunner at Swan Speed Shop, griphack.com, DJ Sim, Expert Installation, MDI TV, Brett, you for doing a broadcast. I'm on a coast to coast.
There we go, guys. Anthony Morano home in second spot. Well, the winner here tonight in Caliber 99. He went quickest in qualifying, and he backs it up with the feature race victory. It's Gavin Chatham. Gavin, congratulations on this victory. And, well, I got to say, you left your run pretty late, but, hey, when it's all said and done, you came away victorious here at the Eldora Speedway.
Thank you very much. It's awesome. It's awesome to get a win on Thursday night with these modifieds, the 358s or the big blocks. I usually I do consistent with them, but I'm usually not. I usually don't pull off the wins, and it's the sprint car is my main focus here. So the sprint car guy put it on the modified guys tonight for sure. But heck of a race between me and Anthony there. He did an awesome job, and I got to shout out to him and thank you because he does help me out with these things and understanding them better. But we had a good race going there. I was lucky. I was making a good time on the bottom there, especially when everyone was kind of jumbled up on the top. But as you get further forward to the front, you kind of got to go with the momentum and be on top. And we got lucky and started fourth on that one restart. We were able to zip into second there. And then I got lucky again when I got such a good run on Anthony going down the backstretch. I said, you know what, I got to throw a slider now, and hopefully it sticks and we'll start battling. And we crossed the line, and then the caution came out, so I was the leader. So I got another big, huge break there and got very lucky. But hats off to him on a great run, and it just feels awesome being in victory lane tonight.
I'll tell you what, you made that one slider for the race lead. That was, like I said, that was the one that counted because once you got to the start-finish line again, you're lucky to get that caution. Were you nervous at all in those last sort of 6 laps because Anthony's generally so good on the bottom side that probably takes a lap or 2 laps to get these things fully wound up?
Oh heck yeah, he definitely made me nervous. I was thinking, I knew he was there, and he's very good. He's very talented in these modifieds, and I knew he wasn't going to let it easy on me for sure. And I just kept trying to tell myself, be patient, hit your marks, and be smooth. And if we do that, we should be in good shape. But I knew that he wasn't gonna make it easy on me. Definitely made me a little nervous for sure.
I'll tell you what, Gavin, congratulations on the victory here tonight in the RSN Trackside 358 Modified main event here for your Gambler Motorsports and Thursday Night Thunder. Gavin, before we let you go, we'll let you thank everyone involved on this 99 car that makes it all possible for you, buddy.
I just want to thank you for putting on an awesome broadcast. I want to thank everybody at Coast to Coast Racing, all the sponsors, everybody involved behind the scenes, admins, everybody that puts this league on and lets us come out here and race. We appreciate it, and thank you for doing that. I just want to thank Chatham Motorsports, Mike Schick Motorsports Design, Velocity Race Design, Miller Time Motorsports, and Northeastern Outlaw Motorsports. Thank you all the sponsors. I want to thank the fans who come out and support this league and watch the race, and I hope you all really enjoy the racing we put on every week for you guys. And I want to thank my fans as well for coming out and supporting me.
Gavin, well done on the win. Hopefully we see you back very shortly in the big block modifieds.
If I could pull off a big block modified win tonight and sweep the modifieds, I'll be pretty ecstatic. So,
Gavin, well done on the win tonight. Good luck for the big blocks, buddy.
Thank you.
There we go, Gavin Chatham, your winner from the Eldora Speedway here for the RSN Trackside 358 Modifieds. Well, we've got the Full Throttle Motorsports Big Block Modifieds to come here in just a few short moments' time. So what we're going to do, we're going to take this opportunity right now to step aside here on Ultimate Dirt TV and on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. The RSN Trackside 358 Modifieds are done for tonight. We've still got, like I said, Full Throttle Motorsports Big Block Modifieds to come, followed up with the Pro Late Models, and then to wrap up the night here, it's going to be the NASCAR Xfinity cars headed to Richmond Raceway to complete this Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder Spring Season Week number 3. With that being said, we'll take this opportunity right now to step aside here on Ultimate Dirt TV and on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. We're back with more racing on the other side of these quick messages.
It's time for another edition of RSN Trackside, powered by Bob Johnson Auto Group on Rock Sports Network. Gets on the champion, trying to be a
bit of a hiatus, so let's get right when we were talking about it. Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our weekly race chat.
Adam Ross and Clinton Jeffrey are live and interactive every Tuesday night. Rivals Race Chat is your home for race discussion, debate, news, interviews, and more. They'll even take your questions and comments live on the air and talk to some of the newsmakers each week. Tune in every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. on GeForce TV.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Ultimate Dirt TV and on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. It is now time for your Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder Spring Season Week number 3. It's time for the full throttle motorsports. Big block modifieds to come here tonight live from the Eldora Speedway. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you for the call here live from the virtual Rossburg, Ohio, half a mile of a race where we've just finished up and completing the RSN Trackside 358 Modifieds, where it was Gavin Chatham who got the win over Anthony Morano and Brandon Templeton to complete the podium here tonight from the Eldora Speedway. Well, a field of 24 drivers have signed into the virtual pit area for tonight, so we'll see 3 heat races, 6 laps in distance, top 4. Well, top 4 generally go through the main event if we have 25 or more cars, seeing as though we only had 24. Everybody is going to go to the show, but from qualifying, just like what we've seen in the RSN Trackside 358 Modifieds, the inversion of 4. So your top 3 fastest qualifiers are going to come from that 4th starting position. Well, let's take a look right now. We're going to take a look at qualifying here this evening. Once again, who will take out the fastest qualifier here as we get set for qualifying on the program? First car we'll get to see is going to be the 83 car of Dylan Kinsey. Again, we'll wait for the times to come through. These drivers, 2 minutes to get the 2 best laps on the board, which will of course set up the 3 heat races for this evening. Again, the inversion number is going to be 12 in total, so if you're 10th, 11th or 12th, you'll start on pole of heat race 1, 2 or 3. Brandon Templeton, quick time with a 15.954, and boy, what a time it is. 2/10 of a second quicker. Now he'll go 1/10 of a second quicker. Gavin Chatham goes second quick. There is Brandon Templeton with a 15.954. Lap number 2, a little slower then, but Logan went 16.233. Bob DeGood 16.360. There's Kurt Schatzer in the 218 machine for Dirt Track Bank and Got Your 6 Racing Network. We'll see what he can do. Kurt Schatzer going to go to position number. Wait for the time to come through. No time taken for Kurt Schatzer. So already a tough night for Kurt Schatzer. He'll have to come from the back of the field in this 24-car field. Kevin Fry, 16.430. But Brandon Templeton, I can tell you, look at there, my Howard Clump in the 50 in the 555 car with 16.327. He'll start on pole, along with Greg Boydell and Logan Wentz. Brian Dickens, Jeffrey Barker, and Marco Vitale will also start on the front row. So again, we'll wait for the qualifying session to wrap up. It's about to be completed right now, so it is done and dusted. Qualifying done here from Eldora Speedway, your Full Throttle Motorsports Big Block Modifieds. Let's take a look at heat race number 1, starting a lineup. On the pole position with the 18 car of Logan Wentz to the outside of the front row. Marco Vitale in the 213 machine from position number 2. Anthony Morano, the 32, lines up at a position number 3 from 4. The 31, Brandon Templeton. From position number 5 with the 007 entry of Michael Vecchio from 6 in car number 7. That'll be Bob DeGood. Alex Pomelo in the 397 from position number 7. From 8, the 218 entry of Kurt Schatzer. What a second row this is. Anthony Morano, Brandon Templeton, both drivers finishing 2nd and 3rd. So they finished 2nd and 3rd in the main event. Safety car is up. We're getting ready to go racing. Full Throttle Motorsports Big Block Modifieds. Heat race number 1 is underway, and the green flag goes up and it is down. The throttles are stopped and we're underway. Vitale thought about going to the outside. Morano going to try and make it work on the inside from that 2nd row. Keep an eye on Brandon Templeton in that 31 machine, quickest in qualifying. But Anthony Morano is going to lead lap number 1. He'll look to do and a repeat to look to do what he did in heat 1 of the 358 Modifieds thanks to RSN Trackside. He'll look to start on pole of tonight's 30-lap feature event where he led. It was about 23, 24 laps of that feature event, but right now he is going to lead so far the opening handful of laps and make that 2 laps of this heat race. Again, 6 laps in distance. Templeton trying to send it upstairs into turn number 3 and 4, trying to get around the outside of Michael Vitale, who again is having a good look on the inside of the 18 car of Logan Wentz, where cross flag sticks halfway home. Heat race number 1. This would generally be the battle for the transfer position, but well, it's not going to matter because everybody, all 24 drivers are going to the show. No need for the consolation race. Brandon Templeton now has to back out of it because Logan Wentz moved up the racing line on the exit, on the entry into turn number 1. Wentz will go down to the low side into 3 and off at turn number 4. He's still sticking to the inside. Templeton, will he go outside, inside? Yes, he does. White flag is out. Slider from Templeton there on Wentz. A little bit of contact, but it's not going to matter for Anthony Morano because he's already into turn number 3. About to come off turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. Wentz and Templeton again. They'll rub pedals. They'll come to the start-finish line. And what a way to open up heat race number 1 here, thanks to Full Throttle Motorsports in the Big Block Modifieds. Results coming up on screen. Anthony Morano gets to win over Brandon Templeton. Back in second. Back to Logan Wentz, Michael Vitale and Kurt Chatzier top 5. Alex Pomelo, Bob DeGood and Michael Vecchia for the drivers in heat race number 1. Heat number 2 going to line up like this. Greg Boydell in the 014 from pole position. From position number 2, the 513 entry of Jeffrey Barker. From position number 3 with the 83 car, Matt Schaefer. From 4, the 99 of Gavin Chatham. Tyler Flynn in the 83 or the 831 rolls off out of position number 5, and the 011 of Randall Dixon from 6. Stephen Bixler in car 75 from position number 7. Anthony Vitale in the 321 machine. He'll roll off out of position number 8. Heat race number 2. Coming to you live from the virtual Eldora Speedway. Full Throttle Motorsports. Big Block Modifieds. Heat race number 2 is underway. Boydell gets a good start. Here comes Barker to the outside. Barker to the race lead. Down into turn number 3. Look at Gavin Chatham sweeping around the outside of the 83 car of Schaefer. But Schaefer fights back. It's going to be Greg Boydell to lead the opening lap, boy. Here comes Tyler Flynn in the 831 machine. He was working down to the inside, but once again, your race for the lead is on down into turn number 3 and 4. Barker upstairs, Boydell on the inside, off at turn number 4 at the line. I think Barker had it. And now there's no yellows in heat races, so we won't know who's going to get the win until we get the checkered flag. But right now, they'll complete lap number 3 here off turn number 4. Jeffrey Barker looking to start on the front row alongside Anthony Morano, but Gavin Chatham now with a run down into turn number 1. Oh boy, look out, Schaefer, problems there, made contact with Boydell. Flynn goes on by. Chatham coming after Jeffrey Barker with just 2 laps left to run. Barker, the Mega Plumbing Bilstein 513 car. Look at Matt Schaefer again working to the inside. It's got Tyler Flynn behind him. Greg Boydell back to position number 5. Randall Dixon in 6. Then you look at Anthony Vitale, Stephen Bixler, and the white flag is out. 1 lap left to run here in tonight's second heat race of the night. Again, this will winner of this one will line up on the outside of the front row in tonight's 30 lap A main event. Chatham dive down to the inside, trying to get a run. No, Jeffrey Barker gonna hold on. Jeffrey Barker will hold on to a victory here at the Eldora Speedway for heat race number 2. Let's take a look at those finishing results. Barker gets the win over Chatham in 2nd, Schaefer 3rd, Flynn 4th, Boydell 5th, Dixon, Vitale and Bixler will make up your 8 drivers in heat race number 2. Heat number 3 will line up like this. Harold Klump in the 555 from pole position. Brian Dickens in the 122 from position number 2. From 3 with the 79 car of Dean Reynolds. From 4, the 83 of Dylan Kinsey. From 5, the 41 of Pat Boyce. From 6, the 21 of Kevin Fry. From 7, the 50 entry of Malachi Smith. And that is all. John Morano did not take to the racing surface here at the Eldora Speedway for heat race number 3. Tow lights are out, and we'll come to the green flag. Heat race number 3 is upon us. Final heat race up tonight. So work it down into 1 and 2, and Clump's going to get the advantage over Brian Dickens. Look out, here comes Dean Reynolds now. He's going to challenge Dylan Kinsey down into 3 and 4. We go with 3 wide. Dickens on the outside. Kinsey was through the middle, and now Dean Reynolds has found his way to the runner-up spot. Now going to come after the race lead 2 by 2. Dickens, Kinsey, side by side for 3rd and 4th, but the race for the lead is on between Harold Klump and Dean Reynolds. Klump on the outside, just a little bit clunky there. Now here comes Dylan Kinsey. Now going to challenge Dean Reynolds for the race lead. New race leader to complete lap number 2. Reynolds, Klump, Kinsey, Dickens, your top 4. Bit of a gap back to Pat Boyce and Malachi Smith, and then Kevin Fry rounding out this field. And already we are halfway home here in the final heat race of the night for Full Throttle Motorsports and your big block modifieds. Your Gambler Motorsports spring season Thursday Night Thunder week number 3. Kinsey again on the inside. Dickens sent it deep into turn number 1 and had to get on the brakes. Gee, that could have been disastrous for Kinsey, Klump and Reynolds had Dickens not gotten out of the throttle. White flag is out. Kinsey on the inside. Oh, we're set for a grandstand finish here in heat race number 3. Again, who's it going to be? The 79 entry of Dean Reynolds or the 83 car of Dylan Kinsey? Back straight away for the final time. Who will it be down into turn number 3? Kinsey with a run on the exit of turn number 4. But here comes Reynolds back to the outside. Dean Reynolds is just going to hold on. Dean Reynolds comes away with a victory in heat race number 3. Let's make it official. We'll take a look at your official results coming up on screen. Heat race number 3 win goes to Dean Reynolds by 79 1,000th of a second for the 79 car. A little bit ironic on that one. Dylan Kinsey home in second. Harold Klump third. Brian Dickens, Pat Boyce make up your top 5. Malachi Smith and Kevin Fry to make up the 7 cars that took to the racing surface in heat race number 3. We'll take this opportunity right now to step aside here on Ultimate Dirt TV and on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. We'll come back with your main event 30 laps on the other side of this quick commercial break. And we are back here on Ultimate Territory and on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. It is time for your Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder Spring Season Week number 3 here tonight from the Eldora Speedway for what is now your Full Throttle Motorsports Big Block Modifieds to come. And well, your feature event is going to look like this. Let's take a look at your starting lineup. On the pole position for the second time tonight, the 32 car of Anthony Morano. From position number 2, the 513 of Jeffrey Barker. From position number 3 with the 79 car of Dean Reynolds. From 4, the 31 of Brandon Templeton. From position number 5, the 99 of Gavin Chatham. From 6, the 83 of Dylan Kinsey. From position number 7, the 18 of Logan Wentz. From 18, the 83 of Matt Schaefer. From 9 with the 555 of Harold Klump. From 10, the 213 of Michael Vitale. From 11, the 831 of Tyler Flynn. From 12, the 122 of Brian Dickens. From 13, the 218 of Kurt Schatzer. From 14, the 014 of Greg Boydell. From 15, the 41 of Pat Boyce. From 16, the 397 of Alex Pomelo. From 17, the 011 of Randall Dixon. From 18, the 50 of Malachi Smith. From 19, the 7 of Bob DeGood. From 20th, that's Anthony Vitale in the 321. From 21, in car 21, that's Kevin Fryer. From 22, it's the 007 of Michael Vecchio. And your final row, Stephen Bixler in car number 75 lines up at a position number 23. If he's going to make it here, the 33 of John Morano is scheduled to line up at a position number 24. Right, we're just trying to get this a little brighter on our end just to make sure that it's not going to be too dark for the cars to get around. But it is now time. We'll go 1 to green here at the Eldora Speedway. Live on Ultimate Territory, live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Your Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder Spring Season Week number 3. Don't forget Pro Late Models to come after this one. Travis Piercefield when Extreme eSpeed TV will have the call and live on Coast to Coast Racing Network, but also the NASCAR Xfinity cars head to Richmond. So plenty of racing still to come. But now it's your Full Throttle Motorsports Big Block Modifieds live virtual from the virtual Eldora Speedway. Safety car is in. Anthony Morano, Jeffrey Barker. They'll bring us to the green flag. Let's get dirty for 30 as the pyro goes up on the infield away. Green flag racing down into turn number 1 and 2. Morano going to get the run. Meanwhile, Barker going to try and move his way back to the back to the race lead. Templeton trying to get around the outside of the 79 car of Dean Reynolds, and we're going to go yellow. Logan Wentz in the 18 car. Problems for him already. Some contact with Michael Vitale in the 213. Watch it here on the back straightaway. Just there's some contact, and unfortunately goes around. He'll lose a right front, which means he'll go back to the pits and he'll get the 18 car fixed up and ready to go. But just like that, we are under yellow flag conditions already here from the Eldora Speedway. So lights are out. The field once again doubled up into rows of 2 by 2 here at Eldora Speedway. Full Throttle Motorsports, Big Block Modifieds. Come back to green off for turn number 4, and the green flag is out with Anthony Morano in car number 32. 1-2, Dean Reynolds got here on the restart. We know Gavin Chatham and Brandon Templeton have got some speed. They featured on the podium along with Anthony Morano and all three of your podium drivers. We're going to go three wide. All three of your podium drivers from the RSN trackside 358 modifieds are inside the top 5. Chatham to the inside. Templeton is watching this 3-wide battle unfold as he tried to make it 3-wide with himself, but Gavin Chatham opted to back out of it. Maybe Chatham wanted to go back to the top shelf, but no, he's going to stay locked down to the low side. Meanwhile, Templeton and Reynolds. Templeton going to go around. Gavin Chatham involved as well. And it's a parking lot in turn number 1. RAC.com and Steve King Foundation safety car will make its way onto the racing surface one more time. I tell you what, this track has got the potential for 2 lanes of racing. No doubt the drivers are getting a little bit antsy, and if we go 3 cautions, they go straight to single file restarts. But seeing as that is only caution flag number 2. Lights are still on the safety car. So there'll be 1 to green off turn number 4. Now the lights will go out on the safety car. So 4 down, 26 to run. Let's get this one wrapped up in the bag here at Eldora Speedway. We're back underway in the main event, and Morano again, he's going to go straight to the low side through 1 and 2. Dylan Kinsey, meanwhile, so Dean Reynolds obviously claiming that caution and being sent to the tail end of the field, obviously asking for that EOL on that exchange. So, classy move there by the 79 car. So he's got a long way forward if he wants to get back up to where he was. Kinsey and Chatham side by side. Gavin Chatham has got the spot. Here comes Michael Vitale in the 213 machine as he works it to the top off for turn number 4. At the line, Dylan Kinsey again closes in on the 99 car. Gavin Chatham, so you've got 2 out of the 3 drivers from the 358 modified main event inside the podium position. Schatzer as well trying to move inside the top 5. He's in 6th position for the moment. Still plenty of laps left to run here at Eldora Speedway. Matt Shafar is going to be around in the 83 car. Just in the right front. Let's take a look at the instant replay. Oh. Oh boy, this had a bit of everything. So there's some initial contact. So I guess that's going to be hard to pinpoint that one, but again we'll go 2 to green here at the Eldora Speedway. Again, we're not too far away. The drivers will go to 1 to green. Ken Morano. So now again, like I said, 3 cautions. Cautions, which means we go to the single file restart. Safety car is in. And Morano again will lead us back down into turn number 3 and 4. Chatham coming after Jeffrey Barker for the runner-up position, but Barker a little bit too strong on the outside of the raceway. What can Barker do? Can he find his way and challenge Anthony Morano for the race lead? As this field just starting to get themselves just spread out right now. Here comes Templeton trying to get by Anthony Vitale. And then you've got Tyler Flynn in the 831 car. Harold Klump just in front of them. So Templeton, he's back to position number 10. Make that 9 as he gets by the 831 car of Tyler Flynn. So watching Brandon Templeton. What was, I think, lap 4, I think it was, lap 3 or 4. He was turned around on the front straightaway by Dean Reynolds, but now in front of him, Klump and Anthony Vitale, they will go at it. Anthony Vitale going to move on by Harold Klump. Klump checks up. So another lap in the books here at the Eldora Speedway. Schatzer all over the back of Michael Vitale in the 213 car. Schatzer in the 218, a little bit of a bump, and well, there it goes. Anthony Vitale, so Schatzer in the middle of Vitale's sandwich right now. Down to the inside. Oh, look out. Anthony Vitale caught a piece of the concrete wall and again drifted up, and again, just like what we've seen in an earlier incident in heat racing action. It could have got all sorts of out of shape. Big goes Schatzer on the inside right there. Now Schatzer, slide job on Michael Vitale. Brandon Templeton, three-way battle for positions 5, 6, and 7. Four wide, nearly off turn number 2, down the back straight away. Schatzer up to position number 5. Vitale, that's Michael Vitale, back to 6. Brandon Templeton. This is the best battle on the racing surface at the moment. Yellow is out. So yellow will come out, and it's going to bring the field back closer again. So 12 to run. So that was a good green flag run just sent from the drivers. But that race control got to be happy with that one. So can Morano go one better than what he did in the RSM Trackside 358 modified main event? And he finished up with a runner-up finish. Gavin Chatham came away with that victory, and Brandon Templeton found his way with a podium. So Morano leads. Chatham is back in third. Templeton back to seventh. Back underway with what is going to be and what should be 12 laps left to run. Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder Spring Season Week number 3, Full Throttle Motorsports Big Block Modified, the second race on the program of this quadruple header. 4 races here tonight. Vitali inside position number 5. Meanwhile, there's a slider for second from Gavin Chatham on Jeffrey Barker. Oh boy, will we see a repeat from the 358 modified main event. Gavin Chatham, he's a second away right now from Anthony Morano, and there's 9 laps left to run. Again, who will take out week number 3 of the spring season for Gambler Motorsports and Thursday Night Thunder? Chatham watching right now in the 99 car again. Barker looking to close in down the back straightaway. Can Barker reclaim the second spot? So Morano and Chatham, there is a 1.1 second difference, and all barring a caution. Boy, I tell you what, it's going to be close right now if we were to get a yellow, because again, although it would be single file restarts, you just never know what's going to happen. Chatham was 2/10 quicker there on the previous lap. That lap time by, he was half the 10th quicker, so he's picked up a quarter of a second in the space of 2 laps. But with that being said, he would need to do that for the next 4 laps if he has any sort of chance at catching up to the tail tank of the rear bumper, I should say, of the 32 car. There's only 4 to run. Boydell trying to come after Clump in the 55 car. Templeton, Kinsey looking to move into position number 3. They're trying to get by Jeffrey Barker. Anthony Morano with a lap and a half to go. It is now white flag in the air. Oh boy, one car, I think that was Kinsey or Schatz, and nearly got all sorts of crossed up and out of shape off the exit of turn number 4. But for the final time, down into 3 and 4 here on the Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder Spring Season Week number 3. Your Full Throttle Motorsports main event winner for the Big Block Qualifieds is Anthony Morano. Anthony Morano goes one better and gets redemption here from the Eldora Speedway. Your full field rundown coming up right now. Anthony Morano gets the win. Gavin Chatham second. Jeffrey Barker in third. We'll chat to those 3 drivers here in a few moments' time. 4th will go to Brandon Templeton. Dylan Kinsey rounds out your top 5. Kurt Schatzer home in 6th. Anthony Vitali 7th. Logan Wentz 8th. Greg Boydell 9th. Harold Clump make up your top 10. 11th through to 20th will be this way. Randall Dixon in 11th. Brian Dickens in 12th. Kevin Fry 13th. 14th was Tyler Flynn. 15th was Dean Reynolds. 16th, Matt Schaefer. 17th, Alex Pomelo. 18th, Pat Boyce. 19th, Malachi Smith. And Bob DeGood in 20th position. Last car on the lead lap, Michael Vecchio in position number 21. And then our 2 DNFs, Michael Vitali in 22nd and Stephen Bixler 23rd. John Morano, we know, did not take to the racing surface in tonight's A main event. Why? I'm going to say it took a little bit to get this race going. And a good long green flag run to finish off this night. Again, we'll chat to Anthony Morano, Gavin Chatham, and Jeffrey Barker, your top three. And then, of course, we'll throw it over to Travis Piercefield here in a moment's time. But let's get the word with your top three. Home in third place tonight is going to be the 513 car of Jeffrey Barker. And Jeff, congratulations on this third place finish here tonight. And I'm going to say this 513 car had a fair bit of pace all night long. Are you happy with the third place overall?
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I've been sucking out pretty bad lately. So yeah, I was happy with that, especially running the top, which is not my gig. So I made a couple mistakes, lost a little bit of position here and there. Gavin got by nice and clean. But yeah, overall, definitely happy.
I got to say, this track again proved that there was a couple of different lines. Most of the drivers on the top side, but drivers still able to work the bottom side. Was the plan for you, considering that you were starting on the front row, to move to that outside?
My plan is always to get to the inside. So I just kind of stayed where I was and followed Anthony and just tried to do what he did and assumed I would be in the front if I kept doing that.
I'll tell you what, Jeff, congratulations on this third place finish here tonight. Before we let you go, we'll let you thank everyone involved on this 513 car.
Definitely got to thank you guys for broadcasting and Full Throttle Motorsports for sponsoring and RSN Trackside for sponsoring and just like the league and everything else. It's great. Thanks, Brett.
There we go, guys. Jeff Barker home in position number 3. Well, home in second spot tonight is going to be the 99 car of Gavin Chatham. And, well, Gav, congratulations on a second place finish here tonight in the Big Block Modified. You back up a win in the 358 Modifieds with a podium position once again. Are you happy after all?
I'm ecstatic. Like I said before, kind of from a sprint car guy to finish up here in the top 3, especially in the company with these guys that run modifies and are really good at them. I'm definitely ecstatic. It was a solid top 3 run for us, and definitely it's almost as good as a win. I still feel pretty good.
I'm going to say with 10 to go, you finally got to second place. At that point, again, were you hoping of a repeat to get that yellow flag to bring you closer to Anthony to have that shot for the race lead?
Absolutely. I mean, it was like deja vu all over again. I was sitting there. Unfortunately, we sustained a little bit of damage there. We got into, I think it was Brandon when he got spun around, tried to jab on the brakes, but I hit him square enough, I thought, where it wasn't too bad, and the wheel's just a little bit bent up, so I think it hindered me a little bit. But then I started. I don't know if Anthony was being maybe a little bit conservative, but I was almost overdriving that thing. I kept tapping the wall there, and I'm like, man, I'm either gonna catch him or flip this thing, trying to. And I started driving the car a little harder, and we started running faster lap times than him. And I was like, okay, maybe we can catch him. I just didn't have enough laps. And congrats to him. He's awesome and does a great job in these. And he's smooth and fast. He knows what to do. And congratulations to Jeff too. It was awesome race with him. So, yeah, a caution would have been nice to maybe close up the gap and maybe give him a run for it. But in the same token, that could also cause craziness. So we'll take the second for sure.
Gavin, well done on the second place finish here tonight in the Full Throttle Motorsports Big Block Modified main event. We'll let you thank everyone involved on this 99 car one more time.
I just want to thank you for putting on an awesome broadcast. I want to thank Coast to Coast, all the sponsors, everybody who puts admins, everybody who puts the league on, everybody behind the scenes, everybody involved that puts this league on, lets us come out here and race and have a good time. So I want to thank everybody for that. I want to thank Chatham Motorsports, Mike Schick Motorsports Design, Velocity Race Design, Northeast Outlaw Motorsports, Miller Time Motorsports for thank you all. I think I got everybody. Thank you all the sponsors. Just want to thank the fans for coming out, supporting this league, and watching the races. I hope we put on a good show for you all tonight so far. And I just want to thank my fans as well for coming out and supporting me.
Gavin, well done on second place to back up a win in the 358 Modifieds, mate. Well done.
Right, thank you.
A successful night for the 99 car of Gavin Chatham. He first in the 358 Modifieds thanks to RSN Trackside, and now, of course, a second place finish in the Full Throttle Motorsports Big Block Modifieds. Well, you flipped the switch around in that one. The man that come home second place in the 358 Modifieds, he now gets redemption here in the Big Block Modifieds. Your race winner here for Full Throttle Motorsports in car number 32. It's Anthony Morano. Anthony, congratulations. Well, I guess a bittersweet moment for you because it was redemption in the 32 car from the 358 Modifieds.
Yeah, I actually qualified decent, picked up a couple bonus points, got to the lead early in the heat race, and never looked back from there on this one. Just ran my line, hit my marks, tried not to tag the wall, and that was that.
I got to say, you led this field yet again. to the 30 lap main event. Were you worried at all at any stage throughout the course of that run, even in the sort of the first 5 to 10 laps where we had, I think, 3 cautions which came in quick succession? Were you worried at all about how this racetrack was sort of going to play out at the end?
Yeah, I was trying to watch as much as possible, see how much it would slicken up, or if the lane would move down, especially in 3 and 4. It tends to be a little bit faster down there. So I was trying to keep an eye on it, but it was just pound the top and typical Eldora. So just kept that mentality and tried to roll the throttle as much as possible and keep the car straight, and worked out.
I gotta say, it must feel good knowing that Gavin got one on you in the 358 modifieds to get one back on him. You both basically go a first and a second on the night. No doubt you'll be looking to continue this momentum. Coming up with the pro late models here in a few moments' time.
Oh, absolutely. Definitely gonna try to keep things rolling in the pros, and again, points, and see what happens.
Well, Anthony, congratulations on the victory here in the Full Throttle Motorsports Big Block Modifieds here at the Eldora Speedway on your Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder. Anthony, before we let you go, one final time, we'll let you thank everyone involved on this 32 car.
Yeah, I gotta thank my wife Sherry, my teammates at Full Throttle Motorsports, Dean at Super Dirt Car, Logan at High Mom Lens, Gunner at Swan Speed Shop, DJ Sim Shop, Expert Installation, GripHack.com, MDI TV. Right, you for doing the broadcast, and I'm running coast to coast.
Anthony, well done on the victory here tonight, and good luck for the rest of the night.
Thanks, buddy.
There we go. Anthony Morano, your winner here tonight from the Eldora Speedway for the Full Throttle Motorsports Big Block Modifieds. Again, we're just waiting on confirmation to see who is going to be taking over. I believe Travis is meant to be taking over for the Pro Late Models, and then, of course, with the NASCAR Xfinity cars. But again, we'll just wait on confirmation of that one. But just to recap what we've seen here this evening, of course, the RSN Trackside 358 Modified, the main event win went to Gavin Chatham. Anthony Morano came home second, and Brandon Templeton found himself with the third place finish as well. After Brandon Templeton on lap number 4, he got turned around. He ended up finishing 4th position, so not a bad way to sort of cap off the night with the Big Block Modifieds, thanks to Full Throttle Motorsports. But the win here in the Big Block Modifieds went to Anthony Morano over Gavin Chatham, and Jeffrey Barker completed the podium. Again, Brandon Templeton to the back. I'll back up to position number 4. Biggest mover throughout the course of this field was Anthony Vitale. He went plus 13 positions, so 20th up to position number 7. All right, well, with that being said, we are going to take a short little break. Bear with us. I'm going to find out if the Pro Late Models and the NASCAR Xfinity cars from Richmond are going to be back live with the Coast to Coast Racing Network. But for the Ultimate Dirt TV side of things, we're going to now take this opportunity to say thank you very much for everyone involved, and again, happy Easter, and we look forward to having your company next week for more action live here on Ultimate Dirt TV.